Hello everyone! Today, I'll show you how to identify sentence patterns. Before that, let's put in mind what composes a sentence. Basically, a sentence is subject and predicate. To effectively identify sentence patterns, first, we must always spot who is the subject or the doer of an action in the sentence. It comes in many forms, such as noun or pronoun, and sometimes adjectives. Second, we must find the predicate or the verb. A verb can be classified into action word, linking verbs, or verb phrases. For example, Gabby is playing in the playground. Gabby is the subject, for he is the doer of an action, and playing in the playground is the predicate. It is a verb phrase. Take note that a sentence can also have an object. It is either direct object, which can be identified through asking the questions who and what, and direct object, which can also be identified by asking the questions for what or for whom. Now that we identified the parts of a sentence, we now discuss the four major sentences patterns. Number 1 is the SLVC. Number 2, STVDO. Number 3, the STVIODO. And lastly, the STVDOOC. So the first sentence pattern that we are going to elaborate is the SLVSC, or the subject, linking verb, and subject complement. The subject is the doer of an action in the sentence. It answers the question who is acting in the sentence. Linking verb, it links the subject and its complement. And the subject complement, it describes or provides information about the subject. We have example below. Modern society is dynamic and he works without complaining. So the first example, modern society, is the subject and is the linking verb. And dynamic is the subject complement. And he works without complaining. He is the subject, works is the linking verb, and without complaining is the subject complement. Next is the subject, transitive verb, and direct object, or the STVDO. Transitive verb is a verb that requires an object or a receiver of an action. Direct object is a receiver of an action. Our family leaves home early. Our family here is the subject, lives is the transitive verb, and home early is the direct object. And you are not supposed to step on the grass. You are here is the subject, not supposed to step is the transitive verb, and on the grass is the direct object or the receiver of an action. Next is the subject, transitive verb, indirect object, and direct object. IO, or the indirect object, is a noun or pronoun receiving the direct object. I have here the example. I showed to my new friend my stupid dog. I is the subject here. Showed is the transitive verb. To my new friend is the indirect object. And my stupid dog is the direct object. We also have here, he drew for his mother a picture. He is the subject. Drew is the transitive verb. For his mother is the indirect object. And a picture is the direct object. Lastly, the subject, transitive verb, direct object, and object complement, or the STVDOOC. Object complement is, it describes, renames, or gives information about the object. It can be an adjective or a noun. Example below, she speaks English well. So, she is the subject, speaks is the transitive verb, English is the direct object, and object complement is well. So, how did she speak English? She speaks English very well. So, that's how you will determine the object complement. It complements the direct object. He sang the tune softly. How did she sing the tune? Softly. So, that's how you will determine the object complement. During my high school days, I haven't realized the importance of familiarizing the sentence patterns, and I didn't know that this is very crucial in expressing our thoughts and ideas, and more importantly, ourselves in order for us to be heard and understood. Imagine a world which doesn't have a systematic language, no grammatical rules, where you can just express yourself by however you want. Understanding someone would be an extra challenge. We all deserve to be heard, but we must be responsible enough to make our grammar correct. After all, we can't unlock someone's thought when I, you, and they are making the wrong pattern. This is RJ Makasadu, your English subject teacher. Thank you.